Hi there, Eric Bakker, naturopath, author of Candida Crusher, with a question I get asked quite a lot. Do I need to change my diet because I'm getting recurring yeast infections? Well, it's a very good idea to change your diet. And as I always say to people, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over again and expecting a different result. You probably know the answer to that. So, if you're getting recurring infections, there's something that is obviously blocking you from recovering. This could be an obstacle to cure, and I write about those in great detail in my book. You can read all about those in section 5 in chapter 7. I've written over 100 pages in my book Candida Crusher about diet and nutrition. There are many different approaches to diet, and I believe I've got the correct approach in my book. I've studied over 35 books on Candida and treated now close to 15,000 patients with this particular problem. So I believe I am qualified to give some good advice regarding diet and nutrition. The interesting thing with yeast infection is some people can get away with eating things that other people can't. This may at first seem a paradox, but it's something that's become apparent to me for years, that some patients can actually eat fruit, whereas others can't eat any fruit at all. So it's a bit of trial and error to find the right diet for you. But I believe one of the best approaches is the meat, eggs, vegetables and yogurt approach of Dr. John Trowbridge, who wrote a very good book called The Yeast Syndrome. I think it was back in 1985. I've trialled 50 different types of Candida diets and still believe some of the best approaches are high quality white proteins, eggs, vegetables and yogurt. There are fruits you can eat, and you can read all about some of these choices really on yeastinfection.org. But if you look at my book, in great detail you can read about the Candida diet, which I recommend. So you will need to change your diet, and you'll need to change it as long as it takes for you to get well, and then some. And slowly you can go back to your own ways to a degree, but if you find that the infection comes back, you'll need to get back on track and make changes again. And this is a reason why many people get sick and stay sick, is that A, they don't make the appropriate change, and B, if they do make the change, they go back to their old ways, which got them sick in the first place. So, and again, I outline that in great detail in my book about motivation, self-discipline, and the things that you need to do to get well and to stay well, so your yeast infection is permanently resolved. And that's what my program is all about, a permanent solution. Not a temporary, a permanent solution. So do have a think about getting my book and reading the diet nutrition section. And that is particularly if you're after a permanent resolution from your yeast infection. So I hope that answers your question.